The next step of the project is getting feedback from your peers on your video so you can make improvements. And one of the best ways to do that is using Google Forms. So I've given you a copy of a Google form in Google Classroom, but you can't use this form because all the results would come to me. You have to create your own form. So you're going to open a new tab and go to your Google Apps right here. We're looking for Google Forms. Probably have to go more. Forms is purple. There we go. So click on Google Forms, and it's just going to open all Google Forms. If you have any, they'll be listed down here. We want to create a new blank form, so we're going to click on the plus sign. Up here in the top left-hand corner where it says Untitled Form, it's exactly like a Google Doc, and that's where you're going to name your document or your form. So I'm going to type in animated movie feedback. And I want to be sure to put in my first name because all of these forms are going to look exactly alike. So I want my classmates, when they see the form, to realize that it is mine. So I'm going to type my first name. I'm going to pretend my first name is something else though. Okay, so there is my first name. When I click down into my form, you can see that it updates that. In the form description, I'm just going to say, please give me feedback below so I can improve my movie. Okay. All right, so to get going, I am going to go over to the form that was posted in Google Classroom. I'm going to click and drag to copy the question. So once it's selected, Control C, then I'm going to pop back to the form I just created. I'm going to click where it says Untitled Question and Control V for paste. Now you notice it gives me some options for responses. If you were paying attention before, you may or may not have been watching. This is a simple question. Was the video 30 seconds to a minute in length? Yes or no. Those are the only two options we're giving for this question. So fortunately, when we type in or when we paste in that question, it gives us an option for yes. All I have to do is click it. And it gives me an option for no. All I have to do is click it. All right. Now, down here at the bottom, you will see some icons. This question should be required. In fact, all of the questions for this feedback form are going to be required. So make sure you click that. And now we're ready for our next question. To get our next question, we're simply going to duplicate this one, and then we will change the content of the question. So I would go back to the other survey, the one from Google Classroom. I'm going to click and drag to select this, Control C to copy, Control V to paste, and it already has the yes no option in it, and it's already required. So now I'm looking pretty good. I'm going to go through the questions of the survey. The only place it's going to get a little bit tricky is when you get down to here. Notice that these questions right here are yes no. Notice that starting right here, these are what we call short answer. They want you to type in an answer right here. So when you get to this point, so let's duplicate this, and I'm going to go over and pretend that I've gotten this far into copying and pasting my questions. I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to paste it in here. But instead of it saying yes, no, I'm going to change my question type. So over here, instead of multiple choice, I'm going to choose short answer. Now it has a place for someone to type in a short answer. It's required, and I should be good to go. So go through that process of copying and pasting all of those questions, checking the question type and making sure you've got it right. There are some questions that are extremely similar, like this: was everything spelled correctly? And this: was everything capitalized correctly? Make sure you get all of those included in there. And once your form is all completed, you're going to have to change your settings. So scroll up to the top. This is your settings icon. We want to make sure that only people in Rio District can answer this survey, so make sure this is checked. And we only want one response from each person. This will help you guys when you're going through each other's videos, that you don't accidentally watch and respond to the same video, okay? So make sure both of those are checked. We're going to leave this one blank because this should be anonymous. And if we're collecting people's email addresses, then that is the opposite of anonymous. So we're going to leave that blank. And then in the top right-hand corner, we're going to save. And then we're going to click send. Now this, if you were using Google Forms in some other method, you could send it in an email. It could be posted right in the email, or you could send a link. What we want to do is just post a link on that turn-in document. So go ahead and click this icon for a link. We're going to shorten it so it's not so long. And notice when I shorten it, it already selects it. And I had a little icon there that said I could copy it. I'm just going to click right here, this word that says copy. Then I'm going to go back to the turn-in document. And I'm going to find my name. You can see up at the top of the document, the left-hand side is my movie link. The right-hand side is the link to my feedback form. So I'm going to click in the column for the link to my feedback form. And all I have to do is paste it in there, Control V. And then let me teach you a little secret. In order to turn that into a link that people can click on, just press the space bar one time. And there you go. That's all you have to do.